If you follow this channel, you may find very familiar this place. I have made here one of the latest videos about hydro-height photography, but because this place is so wonderful, I couldn't avoid to come here again and make a landscape session. So I returned to this magic place in a beautiful foggy afternoon, and I was trying to make some photos of this awesome landscape with the plus of the mist and the fog. However, I had to call off this shooting session, and I had to come back again another day. So here I am. Well, the light is not perfect. We are at the end of the day. It's very overcast, and I hope it doesn't rain. We have been with rain almost all the time now, and yes, I had to take this opportunity to come here to photograph today. Otherwise, I don't know when we are going to have another days without rain. So I'm just making my coffee now before I start photographing. And as I told, landscape is the primary target today. It's not wildlife, although I saw that great heron again, and it's there, and boy, I wish I had bring my long telephoto lens. Now it's just time for a coffee and to enjoy a little bit this fantastic landscape here. The river is with such a huge streaming, such a huge current because of the rain that has fallen in here the last days. And yeah, that is great for my goal today, which is to make these long exposures of the trees or branches in the river, and also that little construction in ruins there, and hopefully I can have 2 or 3 fantastic shots today. I've been here before, but unfortunately I didn't film because I didn't have my camera to film with me, but I did make some landscape photographies which I like it, but that was not my purpose. When I came here, I was just delighted with the trees in the water and with the branches in the water, and I dreamed about this minimalist composition and long exposure composition. So the goal here today is very simple, very easy: black and white photos, long exposures, and some minimalist shots. Let's see what we can get today. In the meanwhile, I'm going to take my coffee, and after that we start photographing. Boy, I love this place. So I think I have here my first point of interest. The tree here in the river. This is all flooded. Usually this part here doesn't have water, but today it does. So I'm going to take that advantage. I'm going to try to photograph this tree because it is pretty isolated from the others. The others are a little bit more in concentrated, and I'm going to make a long exposure of the tree. One of the difficulties here is that the tree is very high, so I didn't want to take too much of the sky. I am more interested in the water, so I don't know if I'm going to make a square composition or a vertical composition, or even if the 2x3 composition is good enough. So let's see, I'm going to prepare things and we will try to photograph this tree. Because I was using my 16 to 35 lens, I couldn't frame to only one tree, so I decided to put more trees and more of the environment in the shot. For this shot, I am trying to use my biggest filter, I think, for a long exposure. Is the ND1000 from Marumi. I really like this filter. It's not the best of the market, but it gives me good results without any color casting. So the main thing that you need to be careful about these filters is the color cast that they produce. If they are low quality, you can end up with a magenta color in your photos. Oh. Sorry, I had a minor accident there. If these filters are low quality, you can end up with a magenta cast, color cast in your photos, or a green color cast or whatever. That is not great, of course. Another thing that you need to be careful is before you put the filter, you need to compose your photo. Otherwise, when you put the filter on, you don't see anything. Well, I have a very difficult one here because the first composition I chose to photograph was this one. So I have here some branches and the reflex in the river. I have another tree there that and also reflects in the river, but I don't have the light. So the sun is above and beyond this hill, and the hill is blocking all the sun and the light. So I have to compose this photo with two different ratios of light. One light for the background and one light for the sky. So maybe I'm going to do two photos, one for the sky and another for the background. I will only do it if just in case, because I do prefer one single shot. So let's make this composition. I have some problems here, of course, because there is a branch here in the river that is blocking the contrast or the shadow of the tree and the reflex of the tree in the water. But I kind of like the photo, so I will stick to it. This is a 3.2 seconds f9 exposure, ISO 100. I'm using the ND64 filter of Marumi, which blocks the light for about 5 stops, I believe. Not too much. So I'm going to make the composition for the sky now, or the exposure for the sky. Yeah, so I think that will do it. Here I'm going to switch my lens for the 70-200 because I found a tree there in the river, but it's kind of short to photograph with the 16 to 35, so I'm going to switch lenses to this 70 to 200, and I am also going to use my super power filter ND Merumi ND 100,000. Well, this is about, I believe, 10 stops of light, and this can transform one single day photo in a huge long exposure photo of any place, anywhere, at any time. So because this takes off so many light that even with the brightest day, you can end up with exposures of 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever you want. So now let's see, because I do think that I'm not sure if I'm going to make, first I'm going to make a vertical composition, a vertical shot, and now I'm going to concentrate only in that tree and take the photo of that tree. I hope the 70 millimeters is not too much, and I made a mistake. I put the filter before I compose. Beginner mistake, not good. So I have to take off the filter, and now yes, I am going to compose the photo. After that we put the filter. So here is the tree. Oh my god, this is going to be great. I had two options here. One option was to bring the whole tree in the composition, but I kind of lose that minimalist composition that I want, because it's too much spread out, the image, and I'm catching a lot of the background and a lot of the hill behind that I don't want. I really don't want. So I put my zoom to about 150 millimeters, my focal distance, and I'm only getting the part of the tree below and near the river. So I get the water and the tree. Well, before I take the shot, I had to recompose the shot because I moved my camera, because I needed to add another accessory for me to make this photo. This is the Pluto accessory, and with the Pluto I can do a lot of things. One of the things is to get long exposure shots. So for this shot I'm going to take for about 2 minutes of exposure, and I only can do that with the bulb. If I do it in the camera, I have to trigger the button to take the photo and stay with the finger in there, which is not, of course, good. So Pluto makes me this. I can put my timer here and I can make my shot like this. Yeah, I am quite happy with this one, so it's time to move to another location, and hopefully I can still have one more shot or two. Let's see. Well, another location and more problems to solve. I am here with these ruins, and I want to take the photo of all of this composition, of course. Let me get it more. Okay, all of this composition, but I also want to catch the water streaming down here, and I have those branches there which are dirty with plastic that I don't like, but I can't do anything about that. I cannot go there and cut them. And I also have all this part here of the water, which is pretty beautiful. I'm not sure. I wanted to use this rock here as an anchor to get my composition to the ruins, but if I do that, I lose this streaming here, the streaming of the water. Well, so I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. This is very hard to decide, this one. because I really want to catch this, but I also want to give that a try. Let me see here closer if I have another opportunity. Well, maybe here also. I don't know. Well, I have to make a decision and I have to think about it for an instance. And I don't know. Let me think. I'm decreasing my angle of the shot. I am moving the angle a little bit low to get more this tone and to okay, and that's what I love. Okay, maybe I think this one is the one. Let's see if I can have the shot. Hopefully this is the one. Well, sometimes it's just like this. You have one composition in mind. You do want to catch something that you find interesting, but then other things come into the photo and you just can't avoid it. So the reflex of the sky made this photo. Otherwise, I wouldn't choose this part here to make the composition. I would choose the other part of the frame. So, well, I don't know. I was about to finish today, to call off for today, but I really wanted to try once again this composition here with the rocky bridge and the ruins and the water streaming. I really love this part here, and I think with this composition here I have the best of the world. So I have the reflection of the sky in the water, and I have also the streaming down here. Well, I don't know, let me see. Oh yeah, I really love this one, and I think this one is the keeper of the day. So yes, now I can say goodbye, and I call off today for today. I'm really happy, especially because of this last photo. Thankfully, I give it a try again and it works. So thank you very much for staying with me with these last minutes, and hopefully I hope you can enjoy these videos that I do here in the channel, and please, if you do, subscribe and share if you want this channel with your friends. Thank you very much, and I see you on the next video.